Hello everyone, hope all is well and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of my favorite blushes. Blush is my favorite step when it comes to my base routine. I think it just adds so much life to your skin. It makes you look so youthful or like you were just on vacation. It really takes your makeup to the next level and adds so much to the whole look. And I love so many different formulas. I love powders, I love creams, liquids, all of it. And I'm going to be sharing with you all of my favorite blushes in this video. So before we get into it, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It would mean so much to me, and let's get to it. So I'm gonna first start off with the blushes that I think really kickstarted my love for blush, and they are the Glossier Cloud Paints. These are the first cream blushes I've had experience with. My favorites that they offer are Beam and Dusk, which Beam is the more peachy one and Dusk is kind of like a brownish nude, very light though, and it's an amazing blush if you have a little bit more of a yellow undertone to your skin. But these blushes changed the game for me. They're so quick to apply because they work best with a finger, I found. They also work really great with brushes. They just become a lot more sheer, and I wouldn't recommend using a sponge with these because a sponge really soaks it all up. And whenever I try a sponge with these, it kind of lifts up my foundation underneath. I don't know why. So I wouldn't recommend a sponge, but brush or fingers, that's where it's at. I prefer my fingers the best because the warmth of your fingertip plus the creamy base to the blushes is just like a dream team. It works so well. I love these because they're not very glowy, like they don't have any pearls in them or anything. They're just like a flat color, but they just add so much life to your skin and just makes it look like a natural glow from within. They do not look like a purposeful blush. They just look like they're your natural cheeks, and that's why I love these so much. The second blushes I want to talk about are the M Cosmetics Serum Blushes. These are so unique. I've spoken about these not too long ago, but these have got to be the most unique blush I've tried in a really long time, just because they have so much impact once you add them on. They add such a beautiful, shiny, like glossy look to your cheeks without being sticky. These as well work amazingly with brushes or your fingertips. Sponges, the same kind of thing, it sucks it up a little bit too much. I've said this before, but I would stay away from this if you're very oily and you don't love that look because it can get a little bit intense. These are the perfect wintertime blushes if you really are missing that summertime kind of sheen to your skin. These give you that look. It just makes your cheek look so luminous and glossy and beautiful, and I love the shade so much. The colors she came out with are absolutely stunning. My favorite two are right here, Rose Milk and Sunset Sky. I love these by themselves or mixed together. With cream blushes, this goes for all of the ones I'm going to be talking about. I love doing mixology and kind of creating my own shade depending on what I have going on my eyes and my lips as well. These are just incredible and I love them so much, and of course the packaging just makes them even more beautiful. The next blushes I'm going to be talking about kind of perfectly bridge the two previous formulas into one, and they are the Flower Beauty Blush Bombs. These are so beautiful. They're more of like a gel consistency, whereas the serum ones obviously feel like a serum, and the cloud paints are more of like a water-based texture. But these have a very nice glossy glow to them as well, but they're not very intense. I just squirted out like 20 days worth of product by accident, but at least you can really see the finish I'm talking about. So it has so much glow to it. These are amazing for all skin types, I find, because they're not emollient at all once they're on the cheeks. Once this product is on your cheeks, you just look so healthy. It's so good. And the shades that are available in these are so beautiful. I love all three of these so much. I have the shade Pinched, Nectar, and Cinnamon. I think Cinnamon has got to be my most used one. This is the one I swatched. I really love those kind of brownish tan light toned shades. I think they're so stunning, especially during the fall. This was one of my top favorite blushes during the fall time. But yeah, Flower Beauty, she killed it on this formula. I love it so much. Plus with the Flower Beauty Blush Bombs, the price is unbeatable. The only thing with Flower Beauty, it's so hard to find if you're from Canada. And I feel like it's a little bit tricky to find for anyone. She has it all on her website, which I believe only ships throughout the US, as of the last time I checked anyways. But for Canadians, you can buy it on well.ca or Ulta, but Ulta has a super slim amount of her products available. I don't know what's going on. My next cream blush that I absolutely love, you probably guessed that this was going to be in here, and it is the Lila Be Lovely blush. This is so pretty. It's like one of those shades that just matches any look. I feel like this shade has so many tones in here. I feel like it has some purple hues, there's some peachy hues, there's some more like terracotta hues, so it just like matches all of them. And the formula is so beautiful because once it's on your cheeks, it's very blurring. This blush blends out beautifully with a brush, finger, or your sponge. I love all three. It's just such a beautiful formula, and I love how universal, I almost said universal and versatile in one. Universatile. Okay. Every time I don't know what blush to pair with a look, I go for this one because it goes for all of them. Next, for my last True Cream blush formula, it is the Nudestix Nudies Matte formula. I do really like the Nudies Bloom formula, but I just don't love it as much as I love these. My three favorite shades are In the Nude, Sun Kissed, and Sunset Strip. I have to say Sunset Strip is my #1 favorite. Once it's on your cheeks, it just makes it look like you had a sunburn, which doesn't sound the best, but the color you turn when you get a sunburn is so beautiful, and I think it just looks so youthful. I don't know, it just fills me up with a lot of joy because it makes me feel like I was on the beach or something, having a good time with my family. I've been doing this new thing, which I don't think I've done on my channel yet, with shades that I naturally turn to when I'm in the sun. I like to add a little bit to my forehead, and it just makes it look even more sun-kissed. I absolutely love that technique. The Nudies Mattes are my #1 favorite product from Nudestix. If you haven't tried anything from Nudestix and you've been wanting to, I highly recommend this to be your first product. They're just some of the best cream blushes on the market. I love the finish of them. Here's what they look like. They do say that they're matte, but I find them to be like a very natural finish. You guys already know how much I love these. I get comments all the time. Can you please stop using Nudestix? Can't tell me what to do. Now I'm gonna bridge the gap between powders and creams, and this is a very new formula to me, but I can already tell it's gonna be in my 2020 favorites video, and they are the MAC Glow Play blushes. I haven't stopped using these since I received them. I'm not wearing them today, shockingly, because I'm wearing the Natasha Denona Love Glow palette. By the way, if you're wanting a tutorial on this look, it's already going to be up. I'm going to link it right here. So here are the 3 shades I have as of right now of the Glow Play blushes. Saying the word blushes is turning into a tongue twister. I have Cheeky Devil, Cheer Up, and That's Peachy. These are my 2 favorites right now, Cheer Up and That's Peachy. This one's the perfect everyday kind of peachy tone, and this one's like a very intense peachy tone. Peach blushes are my #1 go-to. I don't know what it is about a good peach blush, but it just does something for me. This formula is just so fun. It's like a squishy consistency. It's like the NYX Mochi collection, as well as the Kaja Beauty Mochi blushes, as well as the highlighters. I don't know even how to describe it, but it's like a little cloud and a little compact, and it just makes me so happy. These are beautiful because they have the benefits of a cream, but they also have the benefits of a powder. And it also has a beautiful pearlescence in there, so it just adds so much radiance and glow without feeling sticky or having the need to set afterwards or later on. It just has that benefit of a powder, but it has the blendability of a cream. It just encapsulates all of my favorite things that I look for in a blush. I really want to pick up the shade So Natural. That one just looks like the perfect everyday go-to blush when you don't know what blush to pair with. I highly recommend these though. These are stunning. These Glow Play blushes have got to be my favorite product that MAC has ever released. I get that really excited feeling every time I pick one of these up to use it. I don't know, they're very special. Now moving into my favorite powder blushes. My ultimate favorite powder blush formula are the CoverFX Monochromatic Duos. These are so genius. These were in my 2019 favorites video. These are the only 2 I own. These are just so amazing because you can get so many different blush looks out of one product. You can use just the matte side, just the glowy side together, so multi-purpose. I love the formula so much because it's very buildable. I hate so much when you go in with a blush that's so pigmented and leaves like a circle and it's so hard to get rid of. There is a lot of pigment in here, but it is buildable, which I prefer. I love to add product slowly rather than trying to panic and take it down. But these are just so stunning. You guys already know my thoughts on these, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about them. These are incredible. Next up, I have a very glowy blush, and it's not even a blush. It's technically a highlighter, and it is by Melt Cosmetics, and it is in the shade Genesis. This is just so beautiful because it's a very intense peach, but it has a beautiful gold reflect to it. And it's awesome because the reflect in it is a pearl and it's not glittery whatsoever. So on the cheek, it doesn't enhance any pores or anything. It just makes you look super glowy. And I also love to apply this to the eyes as well for like a little bit of a monochromatic look. If I need to get out the door and I just want to use a few products, I love putting this on the cheeks, a little bit on the lips with a gloss, and then on the eyes. It just so good. And my last blush I want to talk about is the M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow Magic Hour Blush. This I've spoken a lot about on my channel as well. This one, again, is a very nice buildable blush. It's a very light toned peach. See, here's the Melt one and here's the M Cosmetics one, but it's beautiful because it has like a very bright pink reflect to it, but it's not like those holographic highlighters or anything. It just is like a glow, like a little hint of pink, and it's just a little bit more interesting. I feel like I've been talking about this blush for like a month straight on my channel. I feel like I've mentioned it so many times, so I'm gonna keep it short on this one as well. This is a beautiful blush and I highly recommend it. And that wraps up all of my favorite blushes. I would love to know what your favorite blushes are because I'm always down to pick up more. That is all for me today, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a like. It would help me out so much. I'll make sure to list all the blushes I talked about in today's video in the description down below as always, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!